Peace, and more peace. What's going on, fam? Hey, we're back, man. The Hot Mango C Podcast, Season 2, Episode 13. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm LeBrew, joined with the crew, man, to the far right, the king of all kings, King T.
Oh, look, I'm so excited, I almost cut him off. Have no fear, the king is here.
King T, and I day. The Henny Skywalker, super producer Henny Skywalker. Whoa.
Avada Kedavra.
Mm-hmm. Wait, tell him one more time.
What was that?
Avada Kedavra.
Mm-hmm. Why does that feel like the name of like a crazy Italian mobster movie?
Now you would know it if you was a Potter fan.
Hey, and the VI Massive straight off the jet to the set, man. Soldier bless.
Yes, sir. Soldier bless, never stress. Shout out to the Bahamian people. Them, thank you for the love.
Hey,
Yes.
hey.
And last but not least, man, the super duper international botanist. I don't know why I put super duper. International botanist Rob Rader. Okay. Hey, how's it going, man? We back. I was
All
out
right.
for a second, but I'm back.
You back like you never left, brother.
Yo,
What's up?
man.
But wait, before you even go any further, like I just want to say it's so good having my brother back here because let me tell you, your intros it was a struggle getting that intro last time too. I was like, oh, now I know what LaRuda go through. Because I was like, I forgetting shit. Now you're remembering to say shit. I was like, damn, I didn't even say the name of the podcast. Fuck, I didn't even introduce my own self.
He got it mastered, man. He got it
Yeah,
mastered
he got
now.
it now.
Yeah.
So good. That's good. It feels good to
This
be
is-
back in normal semblance.
Yo, this is literally like, I mean, if you're combining season 1 and 2, this is like episode 30 or 40. So, I mean, I've been doing this.
Yeah, you season like a
for that.
piece of meat in the sink.
Bless was like, because Bless will talk to you like he really talks to you in life. Hey, yo, check this out.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
the Hot Mango C Podcast. It's lit up in here.
That's it.
No,
And
but
plus,
hey,
our hair was down that day too. We was letting it loose. You know,
Yes.
shout out to everybody in the Q&A. You know what I mean? It was much love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We really hold it down with the people. Them. You know what I'm saying? We had a blast. Everybody. We just talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So much love to all the people who show up. You know what I mean? Mad respect.
yo, I was gonna say, man, you guys did that was a great idea, great job. The way you managed it, I thought that was so creative and clever and such a way for people to just, you know, say what they talk about. We got some people, you know, shout out to all the people for one that, you know, sending in questions and we're really engaging. We definitely see you. We appreciate you. And, man, like it was so cool to see. And I think like we were kind of talking about this behind the scenes, but maybe even extending it to a point to where we can have, you know, you, the listeners, our friends, our fam, you know, if you have any questions, maybe even mail them into us. But we're already talking like,
Did you
man,
say mail?
Mail.
Did I say
Did
mail?
you say mail?
Oh, email, I think, is what he wanted to say.
Did I say mail? I said mail.
Next thing you know, you could be wanting us to use the payphone to contact them.
Yeah. It's about to be like, yo, call the hotline to 1-800, blah, 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 blah. You can talk to the Hot Mango C Podcast. No, but for real, like, you could send us a message or email us, you know, however, and send questions. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. But yeah, this is the podcast. The platform will be drilled down to the seed on everything related to cryptocurrency, the marijuana industry, the gaming industry, relationships, music, and so much more, man. And we are on episode 13, and
That's it.
it's a great thing,
Came out
man.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast.
So I had a question for y'all. So I was just in Seattle, man. And speaking of that, like this man just got back. He's when I say fresh off the jet, he came straight from the airport.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, how was it? And what were you doing?
Yeah, well, I attended the Music Sync Placement Conference, which is the Hitmakers Conference, run by our great friend Gene Culver. You know what I mean?
Gene,
Shout out
what's
to
up?
Gene.
Yeah,
Gene,
man, for real,
big
you know
ups.
what I mean? Because, you know, that man had a really great conference out there showing the people of the Bahamas how to sync their music to get them into music, movies,
Yeah, placements.
commercials. Yeah, so, these people, they don't have a clear understanding, so they were so eager to absorb the knowledge and just the way how their desire and their intentions and their attitude towards it. I mean, like, man, the Bohemian People is a great set.
It looks so beautiful too. I don't know if y'all gotta follow his.
Yeah, I was watching. I was so jealous. I was like, man, I should be there with him.
Yo,
Man, yeah, we went
It
through
looked
all
fun.
different kind of,
Lot of fun.
exercises, teach them. We had the lawyers out there. Shout out to That's My Lawyer, Shannon, you know what I mean? Big up, we go do some work together. You know what I mean? All the people out there, it was just like we all came together and they asked all the questions. And then we had a segment where, we had to, they had to write a hit song in 30 minutes. So they had to
Ooh.
come up collectively, like break off into groups of 5
Yeah.
and then write a track which consists of the chorus and a verse in 30 minutes. And then so he play a selection of beats. They pick which beat they wanted, and they all go off into groups and create music, and then they had to go up in the front and then spit it.
now be
You know what I mean?
honest, were they
That
whack?
sound dope.
Look, I kick it off.
Oh, you did. You
I
was in
write
it?
too.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I write down to it too. I was like,
Okay.
I go just do a little lyrical joust in it. So I write and I kick it off, and I tell you that man was going sick. So I was like, I just give them the amperage for it.
Yeah.
And when I tell you these people come up with tune,
Yeah.
my God, I couldn't believe these people coming up with hits literally in the matter of 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Dude, and when I'm
What?
telling you, them man singing, they harmonizing, they coming in with the hooks because the girls, and it was mind blowing.
Wow.
Absolutely mind blowing. The
Nice.
hits they come up with in that time, I was like, man, the Bahamas have some real talent, dog.
So they gonna do it again? I need to.
Yeah,
I need to-
yeah. Gene,
Yeah.
they go put on the conference. It is go on like at least 3 or 4 times every year.
Wow.
Yeah, the next
We
one
need
is
to
in LA.
Take a mango
Okay.
seed
LA
trip.
November. LA November.
Oh, in that November.
Take
That's
a
Yeah,
mango seed
November is
trip.
a rough one. Yeah, but we go take a mango seed trip and you go see just like, hey, it's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place for information. And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful place just to create contacts of like-minded individuals.
Yeah, shout out Gene's always, man. He been doing so much. I remember talking to him a couple years back about placements and stuff. But shout out to Gene, and man, shout out to you going out there. I definitely wanted to go. I had plans. I had already pre-planned a trip to Seattle.
Yep.
Shout out to the 206.
206.
I headed out there for my cousin's wedding. My cousin Carlos. Shout out to Carlos.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carlos, man. You know what I mean?
Congratulations, Carlos.
Taking the steps on that.
Carlos and Tanisha Rodriguez.
Ah,
Yeah,
Tanisha. Okay,
it was
that's
it
good.
was definitely a beautiful wedding, and always great to see. Got to see Yidam, got to see Mike and Rising Sun. You know what I mean? Got to see my family, so that was good. It was a great time. But I have a question for y'all.
What you got?
So man, how long should you keep a birthday or like a Christmas card or a Father's Day card or Mother's Day card? Like, what's the actual time period? Because man, like I was looking right, and man, no disrespect to my cousin, but it was on the fridge, the wedding invitation, and I recycled it. Why do I still need it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like, what's the good time frame? Like when somebody gives you a card, right? How long do you keep it?
It depends on who it's from.
okay.
Okay.
That's the biggest factor
It's
for
from
me.
your mom.
If it's from my mom, I probably still got some from back when I was a kid.
But are you keeping every card every
'cause
year?
I don't know why. I when it's from my parents or my wife or something, to me I have a personal attachment to it, and not because they spent money on a card, but because they thought deeply enough about me to find something to give me that's supposed to touch my heart. You know what I mean? Like I got stuff that my kids have given me when they were little. You know what I mean? Like little babies that just simple as "Daddy, I love you" kind of letters. You know what I mean? Now if it's from a friend or something, it might not last but a week or two.
Because I mean, it's like it's done its purpose, right? Like,
Yeah.
if it's a birthday card from your mom and she's saying happy birthday, is it wrong to throw the card away after 2 months later?
It's
You
not
know?
wrong.
It's not wrong, but like they say, if it's from mommy or somebody close, you know what I mean? Like, you got to keep those letters, you know what I mean? Because my mother, if you open up her top drawer, stack full to the brim of all kind of postcard
Wow.
from all her kids. Every time that we send something, like she keep every single postcard, you know what I mean? Because it's a sentimental piece to her.
Yeah.
So if my mother give me a postcard, you know what I mean, I know that's a sentimental piece to me, so I keep it. You
keep it.
If it's friends and, sometimes, when you move in, things get misplaced.
Yeah,
When I stack up too much stuff I done kept.
Exactly,
All the
yeah.
friends stuff goes in
The
the
friends,
garbage.
the friend stuff, you know what I mean? But I just try to keep the friends too as well because,
Yeah.
it's rare these days I get a postcard anyway.
Y'all got me sounding like a monster. I don't think it's wrong.
Rudo
I just
keep him, but the day.
no. I
Wait,
keep
you
them
throw it up
longer.
the same day?
No, not the same day.
Okay.
But there is a time where it comes a couple months later, and you're like, man, do I really need this?
Yeah.
Keep this like sitting up, propped up. Happy birthday, and it's November. Like,
Nah.
okay.
Nah.
So and that's all I'm saying. That was my curious
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, a scrap.
There we go.
Do you have a scrapbook?
Nah.
Yeah. See me
But
either.
I'm saying you could.
He was like, "Do you have a scrapbook?"
I thought she did the way she
For
said it.
real.
I was like, she must have a
I thought
scrapbook.
she had a scrapbook, the man.
I don't-
coulda swear you had
Hitty,
a
so how long
No.
you keep them, Hitty?
I don't get stuff. I don't
Yeah.
ask for gifts. I don't typically get stuff, but if I did, I still have it.
So
I
I
just
gotta-
not like post it up or nothing, but
Yeah.
it's probably in a shoebox because that's what I do. I have a ton of shoes,
Shoeboxes.
so I
Okay.
shoebox stuff all the time. Pictures, like back when I used to have get stuff, developed.
Yeah.
I got shoe boxes full of pictures from when I was a kid all the way up through young adult, all that. So
Okay.
if I got like a card from my grandmother or something back in the day, I probably still have it. It's in a shoebox somewhere.
Nice.
You know what I used to say?
Yeah.
When I was in middle school, I used to write letters with girls. This is gonna age me a lot. That's like,
You're aging yourself.
but you know what? We keep it real. Yeah, we used to write letters back and forth during class and stuff. I remember I had a box of those like well into my 20s. And I remember sitting going, why am I saving these letters? They're all
Destroyed them
folded
shits
up.
that same day.
Yep.
Yeah.
The shredder.
No evidence.
How long you keep yours, Rob? Any cards?
Nothing getting kept.
You said what? Nothing get kept?
Nothing
Yeah.
getting kept.
He goes,
The same day.
Oh, it's nothing's getting kept whatsoever.
Yeah, Rob, get the card. You
Read
read
it.
it. It's done.
Throw it right to the trash like
I
yep.
mean, that's where it's gonna go regardless anyway.
Facts.
He rifled to
Facts.
that card.
Exactly.
Facts.
I mean, not to get dark or take it too seriously. You just can't take it with you out their life. So
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
yes, I respect it, but I mean, you have to mean a lot to me.
To keep
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
To keep it.
No, just keep anything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
You can leave a T-shirt in my house or something. Like you
Throw
have
it
to, you have to mean something to me in order for me to keep it. Outside of that, if you forgot it, then you lost it.
Trash.
Or,
Yeah,
Trash.
yeah.
It's trash.
It's tough.
or if you give me something and then, but if you give me something, you got to mean something a lot to me. If not, don't give it to me because most likely, if it's something I'm not going to use, it's getting tossed.
I got
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting question, though. But I don't know about y'all, but
Real quick before you go, I just want to say I'm going to get Henny a card that's bigger than a shoebox.
okay. And then just study it like,
No, so that
See
way
what she gonna
you
do
can't
with it.
store it in the shoebox. So you have to find a different place to store it, and you ain't go throw it away, right?
I'll probably turn it into a paper plane.
Okay, well, hey, as long as you don't throw it away.
I mean, I could throw it out the window.
This is true. Don't do that to me. Don't break my heart.
but yeah, it's great to be back, man. The full Voltron, and I don't know about y'all. I've been a little drained lately of all the elections, the wars, the economy. You know, and though there's good things happening, like the economy is showing good, signs, and the election's going good direction. I thought today would be a great day to just kind of go over some more lighthearted stuff, and kind of just put y'all up on some things that are happening. There's so many things. We talk about them in behind the scenes, but so much technology and advancements, I feel like kind of just slide under the radar, especially during an election year. But I was reading on this site, the Good News Network. Shout out to them. It's a really good and cool website. But I'm not sure, but there's a lot of strides being made in 3D printing, the capabilities, right? For instance, at the University of Maine, it's home to one of the largest 3D printers. And it's really cool. They've been using leftover sawdust from their big lumber industry to build actual houses, wood houses, 3D printed wood houses. So the Guinness World Records certified that the machine at the Advanced Structures and Composite Center, the ASCC, is the largest prototype Palmer, right? Yeah, 3D printer, and it's capable of creating a lot of stuff here. Polymer, yeah. It's capable of creating 600 square foot house, 96 feet in length, 36 feet in width, 18 tall, entirely out of bio-based materials at a rate of about 500 pounds an hour. So you think about that. That's crazy. So as you can imagine, a lot of people are starting to perk up to see what's going to really play out with 3D printing, right? And their goal, this company, is to get printing homes down to 48 hours, a 48-hour timeline. So, I mean, just, I don't know about y'all. That makes...
that's already been done.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this article was met, it was probably about 2-3 years ago that they already started doing this already. Where they got a machine where it's going left and right and it's building the house. I wouldn't trust it because it's 3D printing and the fact that it's a lighter house.
I'm like, how fast it would collapse?
And depending where you live, it's,
that would be the
I'm
biggest
going through
issue.
something like weather. I'm not trusting that house.
It
So,
would be like pressed wood, right? Because it's sawdust.
Yeah, it's sawdust, so it's making it into like wood. And this is the first company that's actually making wood houses, because a lot of the
Oh,
other
from wood,
ones,
yeah. They
'cause
make it
they're
out of like some kind of material.
out of sawdust from the lumber. So that's what's cool, and they're calling them like cozy wood cabins, right? So
Yeah.
They can build it in a day. I don't know why he's talking about 48 hours. It was like literally one guy literally showed it, and then and it took like 24 hours. Like,
It might-
got it in a day.
it's probably longer with
Depending on what they're
using the
trying
wood,
to build.
the
but
dust.
Yeah,
you
with
can
wood.
build like a basic house in a day with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's wild. And I mean, there's a video. If you go look at it, search it. You know, a 3D printed wood house. You'll see it definitely takes a little longer. But as you're saying though, I did see that there's other 3D projects that have got off the ground. Right, one being the first 2-story house, and this might be what you're talking about, which was printed in Texas in January of 23. That's when they were starting. And it's a crazy video to see if you go see it. It's actually a huge 3D printer pouring out concrete, and it's going back and forth. And the people who help to orchestrate it, like, you know, make sure that this 3D printer stops at certain places, and then and it's just constantly pouring.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and so it's a 12-ton 3D printer, and it took 330 hours of printing.
Jeez.
Crazy, right? So then the
What kind of
world's,
fire?
huh?
Oh, you she watching? She taking a look at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
what kind of fire?
Oh, you watch
Yeah,
the
you
video?
watching the video.
Some of the designs they
But it
have
looks
for the
super
3D
thin.
printer just don't look
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I feel like just owning a carbon fiber house or something like something like I just until the technology catch up, it's good to have the idea that we can make it, but not sustainable for you to live yet. Like I will make little projects where if I want something to tear down, everything's being 3D printed. Like if I'm doing a movie set, TV show, everything's being
Yeah,
3D
yeah.
printed
That
to where
would
you
be
can create a
perfect.
structure that's
That is a smart idea.
super solid
Yeah.
or anything like that. But right now, like
So a good segue to that is there's another story I read of the world's largest 3D printed building, and it's actually in South Florida.
Really?
And this was printed last year from Printed Farms.
I know, right?
And so this is a luxury horse barn, and it's spanning 10,100 square feet. And it was constructed to withstand hurricanes and extreme weather.
Wow.
we think it's nature. We
How,
can't.
how long has it been up?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think I read that it got built last year.
Okay, so
they
it hasn't
ain't get
taken a
rock
hit
yet.
Yeah,
yet.
they
Yeah,
got-
ain't get rock
Yeah.
yet.
This
Yeah,
is
so
the perfect season.
yeah, they're testing it for human, basically.
For
and all that.
humans.
Yeah.
So,
I
you
mean,
know,
if-
always go to animals.
If it works, though, I can see this becoming revolutionary as far as
Seriously.
the housing crisis.
It's going to
Um,
drop in prices.
yeah.
Easily. Yeah.
Because you know, I know not going political, but no, listen. This does go along with the houses here.
You know we're going to get an Elon Musk home.
No.
When this
One of
technology takes off.
Harris, one of her campaign promises is building 3 million houses.
Okay.
So, and that's why I'm saying it could be something if they get it to where these houses are efficient
Good,
enough.
yeah.
3 million houses, you're gonna need a lot of people, a lot of material, a lot of everything. So
gonna
if
create new jobs,
Yeah. So there is a possibility that 3D printing could become an option because if they can prove that these houses can withstand the hurricanes and withstand, you know, the weather.
Yeah.
If that's proven, that I mean, you know how much money the government will save and time
Oh, yeah.
creating 3 million houses.
Yeah,
And that's
would
the
be
thing.
efficient
is-
way.
Yeah, and then also like what you notice if you do go and watch these videos is like it doesn't take nearly as many construction workers, you know. So
Yeah.
Barely,
this,
like 5.
yeah, and all they're doing is monitoring.
Yeah, just making sure it's you're just hiring technicians and whatever
Yep.
whatsoever.
So
Just,
So let me
zoom,
ask a
zoom.
question to the table real quick.
Yeah.
So, do you think that AI is going to replace like workers, like construction
Oh,
workers,
yes.
like people in the supermarket. You know what I mean? Things where it's like in restaurants where you think AI going to fully take over.
I don't mind in certain sectors, but yes, it's going to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it's going to take over a lot of things, but I think it's going to create more jobs or some jobs, not a lot more. Yeah, but I definitely think it's going to take over a lot of things. I mean, I feel like we're already heading in that direction. Like when we go to McDonald's or like being in the airport,
checkers.
like being in the airport. If I want to go to Burger King, like I don't necessarily go up to the counter until I'm going to grab
kiosk.
my food.
Yeah.
Go to the kiosk, put it in. So then also, what was you saying?
Like you literally pull up and you're literally talking to an AI.
That's not a real person?
You're not talking to a person. You're talking to the AI. Hello, welcome. And they ask you questions and they hear everything you say in the records and stuff like that.
Automation.
Not all checkers, but like some checkers I've been
The more
to, they
advanced
already
ones.
implemented the whole AI.
What
So-
about you, Henny? You think AI go take over regular jobs? Like, you know what I mean? They're going to just take over fully, like
Man.
singularity type.
I seen Terminator, all of them.
Exactly. That's why it says singularity.
And-
You know what I mean?
To be honest with you, it's already been happening. Like I heard there was a lot of layoffs at Amazon where they replaced all the workers in the warehouse with AI technology and machines, robotics.
I would.
And cheaper. Faster, efficient, and cheaper.
I would if I
As a business
faster,
owner, it only makes
cheaper,
sense.
efficient.
You look at, for instance, Tyler Perry. A year ago, I think it was, he was talking about building an entire another addition to his already the largest movie studio in the world.
Yeah,
He's looking at building $800 million he was going to put into it, and then that Sora, is it Sora AI, the one that I think it's called Sora, something like that. But anyway, the quality was so good, he came out and said he's looking at not spending $800 million on building that production studio now because he can just AI everything he needs into the films.
And the crazy thing before that, Tyler Perry has already been accused of letting AI write most of his scripts. Like all those movies we've been watching is AI.
The recent ones, or
No, just about the most probably like the last maybe 10 movies or whatever.
But you think about how many jobs were going to be created off of the $800 million from the, and not even just that, like instead of him having to fly people to Japan for a scene that's supposed to be in the area in Japan, he can literally just AI that stuff, AI his people into that background. You know what I mean? They can AI the makeup on you. They can AI the entire studio setup can be AI'd other than the things you're going to interact directly with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how many jobs could have been created that have already been taken out just off of him saying he's not spending $800 million on it?
I still think there's always going to be human error. I think there's always going to need to be humans there and us to work it, to manage it, to fix things, troubleshoot things. So I think there'll always be jobs.
But what is the singularity though?
And people keep saying jobs. No, it's not going to be like everyone's going to be able to work. This is going to be engineers. Like, this is going to be
jobs.
people that can actually work.
AIs.
We're now getting rid of the people that can't do anything, the people that's finessing the counties, the government for money now. Now it's going to be sad, but now we're actually getting people that's going to have to work.
And then on top of what you were saying, people have to monitor. Think about this: McDonald's hires so much of the lower income population is unreal, right?
Yeah.
It would only take 2 people to run that McDonald's if the rest is AI automated.
And they have AI.
Which means, so where the problem's going to come in is like Rob was saying, those that have the, not even stupid, just not engineer or not high level intelligence.
Yeah.
There's not going to be jobs for them because they're not going to have a person with an 8th grade intelligence monitoring their restaurant that's making them millions of dollars. They're not going to give those jobs to the regular person. It's only going to go to the people that can fix those machines.
And
Or
because
who
it's,
can-
Create the Joker.
exactly, and because it's less people that they have to pay, so they could pay those 2 people very well to run a whole McDonald's where it would have taken a crew of like, you know what I mean, 10 to 12 people. I don't know how much.
Well, probably way more than that.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
a busy McDonald's, you have
Exactly.
20-something workers rotating in and
So-
out.
I mean,
Those people
y'all
get
seen the
paid good.
Amazon store, right? The
Yeah.
one they got in California.
Yeah,
So you
all
just
that
walk
mechanical,
in,
yeah.
Fresh.
scan, and you just whatever you pull, they
Amazon
pull out your
Fresh.
account, and then as soon as you walk out, if you walk out whatever items you bought, then they charge you. But say you take
they
off the
scan
shelf,
as you walk out.
then,
Yeah.
no, as soon as you take off the shelf, they charge you, but it doesn't hit your card yet. But so if you put it back, then they take it off. And stuff
What
like
if you
that.
eat
So
it
they don't charge
inside?
you. Then they're gonna charge you right there. Everything's watching you.
Yeah, they're watching you. They have
Like,
facial recognition.
I
They
thought I
can-
could beat it like just like
what is that European CVC or CVT?
Yes, CVT.
CBS.
No, I'm talking about the camera system.
Yes,
Oh,
CVTV. So that's pretty much is going to be
Oh, CCTV.
CCTV.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be
That's
international. It's everywhere. So yeah.
CC Wine and
I mean, you can joke about it now, but yo, we
No, I
can
know.
record it. Like
No, I know what
everything
you
we
mean.
do, we get it
question,
recorded.
question though,
Uh-huh.
what jobs can you guys imagine the lower, IQ? What jobs can you imagine them having
easy.
if AI becomes
Easy.
the
Easy.
dominant?
No, putting the robots in the box.
And he just said,
Anywhere we can put a robot in the
But
box.
box it up
That's
the
what
road.
you're gonna
Box
be
it up
doing.
the-
The
okay.
boxing industry is, or whatever. How you?
But
gonna
they got
do
the
it.
robots
the
doing
robots
that.
can box it.
yeah,
They got
wipe
that-
the
they do
robots
that.
box it up again.
Then the ones that shine the boxes before they leave.
No, let me tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna get so dumbed down because they're going to program these AI machines to dumb it down even more to where somebody who no insult to anybody's intelligence, but somebody's gonna have literally 3 buttons. It's gonna be like go, stop, help, fix. It's gonna be
Official price story.
like a dog.
I believe it. Yeah, like a dog.
Hey, Rob,
Like a dog. Yeah, we dumb it down.
welcome to Walmart. I love you.
I
Instead of
just
talking,
watched,
you just hitting the button.
I just watched Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
I swear we're living an off version of that right
Dude,
now.
it's
We are.
scary.
There's an version of that on Terminator
That was-
because I tell you,
yeah.
it's coming. The singular.
That was one
Oh
of my
well,
favorites.
Terminator most definitely true because 2025 is Tesla's dropping their robot.
You see what I'm saying?
Not only that, they doing Neuralinks too.
Oh well,
they've already
not
started.
dropping
Yeah,
yet.
they've
Yeah,
been
they already
doing that.
started.
They've already started
Neuralink.
One guy is playing Tetris or ping pong with it already.
Yeah, with his brain.
Yeah, with his brain and
RuneScape
stuff
or
like
something
that.
like that.
And he says he feels great. He feels alive.
And I
I mean,
bet
you're
he
already
do.
alive. I don't know how you
They
feel
put a
more.
chip in your brain that
And
allows you to control things without you having to do anything but think about it.
So
And,
everything's
and they've
wireless.
already got a person that's a test subject. The world knows about him already.
And he's
that
not limitless, but like arms don't work, legs don't work, all that.
Paraplegic, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
100% paraplegic.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's using his mind to control the cursor and make the moves happen,
Yeah.
do everything like all from his Neuralink.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before any go further, whenever the time comes that we could put on implants or cybernetics or app like
Oh, Cyberpunk? We going I'm
metal
down.
heart, iron lung.
I'm in there with you.
Yeah, I mean, I go turn full cyborg and I go be soldier bag.
Yo, I'm gonna have crazy style arms. Every shot, I'm not missing.
Oh
telling you,
Lord!
man,
Can you imagine
exactly.
Rob
I'm
and
not-
Bless?
Oh, I'm out here.
Can you imagine Rob and Bless as cyborgs walking around?
I'm out
That would
here.
be scary. as
What do you
could
mean?
be.
I
I'm afraid I'm gonna like it so much I'd be 100% cyborg.
just up to the neck. Like,
You'd be like, what's his
Everything.
name?
Oh,
In
no.
Cyberpunk, Adam Smash.
Yeah, Adam Smasher. But I want to go that far. He would look messed up, but you know, something.
but yo, thank you for everybody tuning in right now, man. We're the Hot Mango Seat Podcast.
Yo.
Please follow us. Make sure to follow us on our social medias, man, and subscribe on YouTube and wherever you are tuned in. You know what I mean? Today, we're just kind of having a good time, and I don't know why I do that. Anyways, the next story, I don't know why I explain what we're doing. You see what we're doing. Why am I explaining? I caught myself. We're just chilling and having a conversation. No, stop it. But yo, another thing. Not sure if you guys have been following what Michael Bloomberg's been doing. So recently, and Michael Bloomberg's a billionaire. So recently, he announced that he's going to be handing out these large grants to historical black colleges and universities. So he's a billionaire philanthropist, and he plans to start a series of grants worth $600 million, and this will be specifically for HBCUs, medical colleges, and this is a hope of expanding the representation of black medical professionals, because today black doctors only account for 6% of the labor industry.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so some of these schools that will receive the grants include Howard University of College Medicine, McCary Medical College, Morehouse School of Medicine, Charles Drew University of Medicine and Science, as well as Xavier University. So I thought that this was super cool, you know, and I was watching this video of him kind of announcing this thing. He's going to do this grant, and he was saying that the first donation that he's seen, it was his mom or dad. He was like, when I was a kid, I watched my parent go and give $50 to the NAACP. And they instilled in me kind of like this attitude that everybody deserves a chance and everybody deserves to.
You said his parents gave $50 to the H.
Yeah, and he said it was when a kid, but you got to think like Michael Bloomberg's probably like 70.
Yeah, 50 back then was some money.
So that was actually my question before we got. I was about to ask you how old he is because I've kind of seen this play many times and yeah,
and I don't think he's
it's not out of his heart.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, however you look at it, I'd look at it as this is an opportunity to invest in black medical professionals.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
love
for
that
sure.
it's specifically at medical professionals. You know, 'cause it's like that. He was saying that we know our bodies and we know kind of our diets and all that. Maybe he didn't say that. Maybe I'm thinking that, but I'm thinking that.
You put words in his mouth.
Yeah, maybe I would roll.
Here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter to me why.
Take advantage.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me
Take
why
advantage.
he's giving that money. As long
it's
as
never done.
long as there's no bad
Strings.
strings attached
Yeah.
to it. If he's giving that money, whether he doing it as a tax write off, whether he doing it, I don't care. As long as there's no bad strings attached to it, and it is definitely helping black, the HBCU medical schools.
Yeah.
Run that.
Exactly.
Run it. You know what I mean? Like it's. I think sometimes in the world we get so caught up on the fact that they're a billionaire, and that much 600 million ain't much to someone that's got like 30-40 billion dollars. That's not a lot to them, but at the same time they don't have to do it.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
money.
This is true.
Well, the black community only represents 13%.
13% of American population.
6%,
Yeah.
So 6% in medical. So they say. So
Yeah.
allegedly, that means 6% ain't too bad.
It's not bad if
That's
you
out of
you're basing it
13%.
on the ratio.
I mean, it could be more, much more. You want to see 13 or 12 out of 13%, whatever our totality is in this country.
Yeah.
But 6% ain't bad. And plus, anytime I go to medical, there's a lot of black people regardless anyway.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when you go to Orlando East Hospital, not far from here, you get nothing but minorities in there, and then like sprinkled in that non-minorities in that hospital.
But you got to understand too, like this is for doctors, like doctors, like doctors. You see a lot of, I mean, especially like growing up, right?
That's why.
Exactly. That's the exact. That's why this is
money benefits.
Yeah, and so like when you think about it, a lot of minorities, right? And I grew up around a lot of Asian culture families and Samoan and Hispanic, and a lot of times black. We're encouraged to go join, the military to get a job at the post office or become a nurse, become a pharmacy assistant, or whatever. And so, like, most of the time, like, when I'm sitting thinking about it, a lot of times I see, African Americans that are in the hospital working and whatnot. They might even be in positions of power, but they're not the doctor I'm seeing.
Yeah.
The doctor I'm seeing is a Indian man, or he is a white man, or he is a Asian woman. Shout out to Dr. Lee. I love you.
And the thing is, basically, is our parents low key are telling us, do something you can afford to do.
Yeah, and that's
Because this life is already stressful as who we are. So go for these because you can still get in, but it's going to be less stressful and we can't afford what you can get. Because we don't have the money to do it and we don't want you stressing out trying to get these certain things. And we're not taught these. I didn't learn about grants until 2008, 9.
Yeah.
I'm 4 years removed from high school already.
yeah.
And I didn't learn anything. If I would have learned about grants, I would have took them early. But we're not taught this stuff by our
Yeah.
parents, for the most part, from my experience or anything like that.
No, you're right.
So,
You're right.
Yeah.
I think. I think.
Yeah, and
things
scholarships,
I
too.
think things are this newer generation though. They're changing that. They're a lot more aware than what we were.
Thanks to Google.
Thanks to Google, but also because the society is changing, right? Society wasn't as accepting when we were younger for a black person to hit a position of the doctor in the hospital.
You can't hide it no more.
And
Yeah.
we had those, but we weren't accepted in most places, so it wasn't easy for you to go. Even if you went and got the degree, very few hospitals were trying to put you in that doctor's position. And nowadays, society has opened it up a lot more, and the younger generation is being way more informed.
Facts on
and
facts.
so I see this as a generational thing that is going to slowly edge itself out to where sooner, maybe sooner than what we expect, we're going to be seeing way more black doctors, and people like that helping is really going to help accelerate that.
Yeah,
but-
you never lie.
Yeah.
Shout out to my next door neighbor. He's the only black doctor I know. Like our next door neighbor.
Yeah.
He grew up with us, and we see him. He went off to school and college. It was like, yeah, he going to be a doctor. You know what I mean? But
That's
then
crazy.
we didn't thought like it would be an actual doctor. But no, yeah, this man is Dr. Warren. You know what I mean? Shout out to Warren. You know what I mean? Warren Stanley.
Man, the first black doctor I knew
Yeah.
was Dr. Dre. So our main topic today is going to be on AI development.
Oh gosh.
And today, it'll be centered around the advancements of technology and AI, like kind of what we've been hinting at. And it's funny, I had this conversation back home, and I was trying to teach my sister and my brother Silas Black, shout them out,
Black.
about Chat GPT, and I was like, yo, y'all ain't using Chat GPT. I'm like, this can help you. Like, Black is a cook. You can ask Chat GPT on some substitutes or some stuff, and they were just amazed. I was like, all right, look, I'm gonna show you Chat GPT will put together a meal plan for $30 for breakfast. Let's say, my nieces were coming over, we're all about to cook breakfast. Like, put $75 a meal for 7 people. What are some ideas? And then it just shot out, and they were going like, wow. And
Well, go ahead.
but no, I was just saying, like, and then I was also trying to educate my mom. Like, I got my mom an iPhone, her first smartphone, and I'm trying to show her, like, of how it could do all these things. And there's just a lot of people are turned off. They're turned off by technology, and I'm only saying all this because I was kind of expressing to them. I was like, I have a fear of being left behind.
Yeah.
Right. As I get older, as technology keeps evolving, I don't want to be in a room where people are talking about something that I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't want to be completely left behind in technology.
I got an instance of being left behind in technology.
Yeah.
Real quick, when MySpace was around, it was the first real platform. I know I went way back. It was the first real platform that, as a music artist, I could spread the word and reach people directly, as opposed to having to spend a lot of money and go out there into the world. And I started building up this following, and then all of a sudden, one day, everything just stopped. No matter what you posted up, posts that you would put up and that got you like a lot of likes and not likes or whatever we were doing back then, but a lot of people paying attention. All of a sudden, nobody's there, and I went 6 months of feeling like I was in this secluded box.
It was
and
broke
then
down for 6 months. Sorry,
no, it wasn't broke down. What had happened was Facebook showed up,
Yep.
and no one told me this thing, because to me, MySpace was here. That's all we need,
Right.
because there was no other real social platform for that. So this is
Black Planet.
yeah, well.
Black Planet.
Dog, man, hit
But I'm saying
multiple-
on a more of
on a global scale,
nationwide global
yes,
scale.
Black Planet was everywhere, dog.
Yeah.
Before MySpace.
Yeah.
No, the same time during
Well,
MySpace.
I remember
think
Black
Black
Planet.
Planet
No.
was
You-
around
you
the
was
same
under
time.
that rock.
No.
Like, there was
I knew about
multiple.
Black Planet, but how many white people was on Black Planet?
We care about a white
Nobody.
people.
Compared to,
We
so
talking
I'm
about
talking
people.
about on
Yeah.
on a non-exclusive level.
No. White
You know
people
what I mean?
know about it. They
So-
just didn't sign up.
But what you're not following is, I'm saying white, black, Spanish, it didn't
Yeah.
matter. They were on MySpace, right?
Yeah.
And so when Facebook showed up,
They was still on MySpace until Facebook opened itself.
Yeah, true. That is
That's
fact.
what I'm
Facebook was
saying.
locked
Because-
unless you was in
yeah,
college.
When we heard about
So-
Facebook was
Yeah.
when we first heard it was like exclusively college students.
you had to
Yeah,
be in
yeah.
college.
Like you,
Yeah.
nobody
It
was
was
really,
college to
like your
college,
mom,
yeah.
grandma, nobody was on that. Nothing
Yeah.
like that.
But
They-
when,
Like-
but when
they
it
opened
when
it.
it opened up and artists, excuse me, when it opened up and artists were actually able to start making themselves names on MySpace, and trust me, it was definitely the only platform that was helping artists to focus at the time. When
Soulja Boy.
when Facebook showed up, everyone went to Facebook.
Yeah.
And it just completely and it was my first time experiencing that, me being left behind on technology.
Yeah.
It was the very first time I saw that. And from that point on, I had your fear of being, I don't want to be the only one that doesn't know. And so now I'm as soon as they start talking about a platform, I'm going to at least check it out.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm going to dive into it, but I go check it out. You know what I mean? So
you on Threads?
yeah, I'm on
Threads.
Threads.
I ain't on Threads yet.
I'll be sharing on Threads. To me, is like a Twitter that is mature. It's a lot more relaxed. Yeah.
So
it's
I got-
way more relaxed.
So I got
on Threads.
something that you're probably all left behind on. Have y'all ever heard of Zigo Iris?
Never heard of that.
Zigo Iris.
No.
So spelled Bzigo Iris. Excuse me, I'm saying it wrong. Zigo Iris. So there's this brand new AI device that's out. And what's funny is do y'all remember the story I was telling you how the mosquito was in my room and it was tearing me up, like at night? So this here is a mosquito detector.
Infrared.
And so it uses a wide camera scanner, right? And it scans the room, and once it spots the mosquito, it follows it with a laser.
What?
And once it lands, once the mosquito lands, it just points the laser at it. So then it's on you to choose violence methodically.
It'll always be on violence for mosquitoes.
Dude, that is rotten. You know
Yeah.
what that would do to the people in St. Croix? Who would constantly be getting tear up from friggin' mosquito.
Oh, man.
Because my sister, she's a mosquito hunter because her eyes, them could just target and pinpoint where, because they just usually be at the roof level.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So if infrared pointing out where they dead, that means somebody with bad eyes like me.
Yeah.
I could just come with my slipper, pop, eat it. That's it. That's revolutionary. I 100% down on that.
If you watch the video, it's just like a little device. I don't even know how to describe it, like a little box. And it's just like, boom. It's like an infrared, like almost like a force field. And then they said once a mosquito comes, it just points
You know what I thought you was going to say in the beginning? I thought that you was going to say that it pinpoints the mosquito and then it sends out a heated infrared beam.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was like that. If it killed the mosquito too,
Bro,
That would
man.
become a
Oh, no, it's
game.
gonna be too expensive then.
I would
Yo,
I would
no,
pay
we didn't
thousands
get
for that
that.
just to rest it down there and
No,
that's the
Yeah.
You're thinking that's
Yeah.
sick, that's like military tech right there. You got like a laser tracking something that small. Oh yeah, really?
yeah. I was love it.
I was waiting for that too, so I was watching the video. You can check out the video too on YouTube. I was watching the video and like it got to the point where it had it on there, and I was like, okay, kill it. And the man had like the racket, like the mosquito racket,
And,
and I'm like, come
How much does
on.
it cost?
I didn't see the price.
I invested in that. That
I'm
because
thinking we
you
can
know.
That'd
get
cost
that,
like
and
a couple
I could cross engineer it to actually shoot.
She could take it to the workbench.
We're gonna walk up
Violence.
to look, we're gonna walk up to Henny's front door and have dots on our heads. Like, what is going on?
I say that as I scratch the mosquito bite that I had from one in my room in the hotel. I don't know how we get in that room there. Jeez, I'm bread.
So,
killing
man,
in the bathroom.
So I've also come across, like we were just kind of talking about it before the show started too, some developments on smart wearables, like the Apple Vision Pro that mixes AR and VR into reality headsets. I'm wondering if Rob tried this or if any of y'all tried the Apple Vision.
No, Rob is more the headset person.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it.
Have you tried it?
I have everything just about.
But have you tried the newest one, the Apple Vision Pro, whatever?
No, I ain't touching that shit. It's stupid. But no, it looks cool. It looks. I watched the videos like people walking outside with it on. A guy drove with the Apple Vision Pro on. They got pulled over. I was keeping up with that thing.
That conversation.
One guy was from New York. I forgot. He's a super popular YouTuber. He's like on the train station.
I seen
sitting
that,
there,
yeah.
like people watching. Look, like don't take that on the real world unless it look like some shades or something like that. But that looked crazy. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
VR belongs in the home, not outside.
So they also have smart powered glasses, powered AI powered smart glasses. So
Glasses.
they can potentially identify objects around you, provide contextual information, as well as
Quick
even
snitches.
give suggestions based on what you see.
Yeah, a bunch of snitches.
Man,
so.
I love that.
So I have an idea.
You know your phone already does that, right?
what, like, just aerial detection?
Hold your phone up right now and just point somewhere, and it lets you know what you want to know about it. Find out what location. Your phone does that already.
I mean, the Google.
It depends if you
The
know.
Google, the site does that. Like, you could take pictures or hold it up.
Yeah, the Google Lens. And then depending on what phone you have, you have to.
I like the option.
AI.
I like the glasses.
Me too. I like these.
I've never tried the Vision Pro ones,
Yeah.
but I've talked to people that have them, and they
Complain about
and
cameras.
they love them. They love them.
Yeah.
And they, I like the fact that they're trying to sleek them down, make them a lot less heavier and bulky.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the fact that yes, you can do it with your phone, but who wants to walk around with their phone like this all day?
Yeah.
Now, but here's the thing: they need to be more like the glasses. So
No,
to have
that's
on.
the thing.
Yeah.
It's already out. Nobody wanted
But
it.
on the level
No,
of
no,
the
no.
Apple Vision
Nobody. Way before. Nobody
But
wanted
on the
it.
same level. The
Not-
one they
not
just
that- yeah,
created is
that's-
a whole
that's more
nother
technology,
level.
but I'm saying,
Yeah.
like,
He's talking about Google Glass.
As simple
Yeah, I know
as
what
just
he's
to
talking
start
about.
off and understand
Yeah.
everything, like that has maybe a little bit less than 1/4 of that tech that's inside of there.
Yeah.
But nobody still didn't want it because the price is ridiculous. The technology is too expensive.
They need to come down.
Yeah, no, and then nobody wants to be recorded. I mean, everybody's on social media, but nobody wants to be recorded when they're walking in public because literally you have a camera on your face.
So-
if you trust the camera not to record 24/7 while you're walking, you got to be like the most under the rock person.
But this is the thing, right? So, like, I think that's too wide to say nobody wanted it. I know the Google Glass nobody did, but these ones now, like the newest ones that are coming out, the AI powered smart glasses, the Apple Vision Pro, these are more advanced, and they're
Ray-Ban has a
Yeah, I
deal
like
with
that one.
I
I
saw
like the
those.
Ray-Ban
Like,
ones.
I see what you're talking about, but again, like, no one's really looking at it like that.
and
Let
I don't
me-
think we understand.
I'm gonna tell you this right now because they will become valuable, and I'll tell you why. I know
Later,
this.
yeah.
When computers showed up, I remember when people they had the home computers start showing up.
Yeah, the box.
And at that time, everyone I knew said, including myself, well, those are nice, but only rich people can have them.
Yeah.
And because it was unaffordable to the masses, we all wrote it off as it's never going to
Fad.
become a big thing, right? And then all of a sudden, it happened extremely fast. Nobody I knew had a computer. All of a sudden, within a period of 5 years, all of a sudden everybody's getting computers in their home,
Got multiple
right?
computers.
And then when the internet showed up, same thing, because at that time computers were just brand new. So we were all like, oh, this internet thing, nobody's really going to use it because nobody really has a computer. And now the world can't live without them. So I don't think right now.
No.
Right now is the time, but soon.
Which you already alluded to. What I'm saying it's
Yeah.
too expensive.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not saying nobody's going to buy them. People are already buying them, but nobody wants them because you can't. All right, just to generalize it, no one can afford it.
Can't afford it.
It's
But
like,
once they get them
anyone's gonna buy
affordable.
everything, regardless
Yeah.
of whatever.
Once
comes
they
out.
get affordable, it's
But
going to
that-
become
yeah.
a normal
I'll
thing.
buy it.
But
Right
it has
there.
to be at least like $250 to $450 for entry price.
Yeah.
And right now it's not there. Right now
not
it's
there.
like $4,000
$4,000 for that.
Yeah, it's
Nobody's
like
buying it.
4,000,
For the
yeah.
Apple Vision
Yeah, for
Pro.
the Apple Vision. Nobody's buying that.
So I don't know the price of the AI powered glasses, but I know the Apple Vision Pro right now is around.
full
If they,
Right.
Yeah,
if they
it's
get that down
expensive.
to 1,000, then now we're heading into the right direction.
Yeah.
Now we're in the right direction.
I just want it to the point where like it could be a glasses like this, a shades like this, but then it could help me pinpoint things like to say if this person have a firearm, like so it could like give me indication, like you know,
You said a firearm?
You want infrared vision.
No, yeah, you know, like it,
No, we
almost
gonna
like
get there.
RoboCop. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
we gonna get there.
like it's a square around the side. Like okay, like a item of interest is in the hip or like this,
man.
like so you could be like, you know what I mean, kind of like a little sophisticated
And-
RoboCop.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
there
Flesh.
because outside with technology, because we need power. They're like SSD with memories. Now they're making,
yeah.
well, they've been making, but the research for SSB, the solid state batteries, are getting much better. So they're gonna be able to fit this into technology, be much more affordable, much more efficient, and you can be able to charge it just about anywhere. and
That's
stuff
awesome.
Like that.
Yeah, for real.
So it's like, the technology right now is like what we're saying right now. We're about 10 years off.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
Now,
10 years.
you know what my dream is? Have some glasses. I'm terrible with names. If I could walk in a room and they'll be like, hey, there go Adam. Remember you talked to Adam at the barbershop? He was talking about
Yes.
about the Hot Mango Seed podcast. You know what I'm seeing? And in a room, just like, the window's open. Don't forget to close it. Like stuff like that.
People
that'll point-
identifiers.
Man,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the future is here, man. Because
It's
we all
coming.
used to fantasize about touchscreen and
Yeah.
projector
Yep.
and
Yeah,
HoloLens.
on the
It's like
TV,
and
yeah.
now, like
Yeah.
everything is touchscreen and everything is more advanced. So
Yeah.
Ready?
eventually,
Yeah.
Wait
So-
for player one.
so-
That's all I want to get to.
So on the other side, right? Sorry to cut
Please,
you off.
please get the player one. Please get the
Yeah,
player one.
that'd be dope. But on another
That's what we
side,
get to.
another side of AI though, and I'm sure T can attest to this, but AI in the classrooms and education is starting to become a problem. And what's really cool is I read about this Spanish teacher that decided, right, because all these teachers are complaining about like these kids aren't even giving effort anymore to try to write an essay or to write a paper. They're just
Yeah.
using Chat GPT and all of that. But this Spanish teacher, right, and I don't know where it was, but she decided to remove all electronics from her classroom. And so she's having the kids do all their assignments writing as well as having quizzes where they have to write with a pencil or a pen
the class.
And you imagine that, like you
Yeah.
can, like there is actually, that was like my first time realizing there is for school at least a tactic you can use to actually take that power back.
Yeah.
You know, if you had all of the students put their phones in the front, You know what I mean? And then you take away their smartwatches and all of that. You have them do their assignments, writing it out, the answers, you know, the quiz, whatever, because everything's on computer now. And so if you did that, I mean, I feel like that's gonna these young kids growing up now, their brains aren't even nearly as remarkable as ours were growing up when we didn't have all of this technology. At least it wasn't as advanced as it is now. So,
Well, I definitely, as you know, teaching out at Full Sail, the AI has become a problem, and the school right now is learning how to deal with the AI technology in the classroom and with the students.
What are they doing?
As a teacher, I can tell you right now, it can get annoying because I don't know if you're learning.
Yeah.
If the paper you turning in is made by AI, and I know it's made by AI because AI, when it writes it, it's all proper. You know what I'm saying? When you're reading the language itself, it don't sound like somebody talking.
Right.
It looks like somebody literally went and did got some kind of help with a machine helping with the dictation and everything with it, right? And so, I get these assignments turned in. And I almost want to just not accept it, but at the same time, unless I have 100% proof it's AI, I have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind using that technology. My problem is, once again, how do I know if you're learning?
Exactly.
If you're not writing this paper out of your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the problem's going to come. And I think AI, because it's going to make things so easy for us, it's going to start dumbing people down.
Yeah, definitely.
You no longer have to learn how to understand it. You can just let the machine do it for you. So what's the purpose of you even learning it if the machine can do it for you?
I think that's what makes it brilliant about our approach is that in class, you'll be able to measure if they're learning by they get a pop quiz that they can't study for, prepare for, and they have to write the answers. They have to circle in the dot or they have to write down the answers. So when you do that, it's like you don't have AI. This isn't a take-home assignment. This isn't any of that. So I think that that's a good measure, and it's like that. I think that you're right. It's gonna be it's gonna be idiocracy in however soon, where it's just gonna be a lot of dumbness. But
now on the other side, I love AI. As much as I'm complaining about it dumbing people down, for the intelligent people that aren't gonna let it dumb you down, the ones that use it to help them instead of do the work for them, I think it's going to become very valuable.
I wanted to ask, so what measures are the school taking to kind of remedy the fact that
right?
skip by that like
I skip by it because I'll be real with you. Like they've come up with things and then change it and come up with things and they're still. I'm not going to say what their measures are until they fully figure it out.
I don't think anybody has it
because every time it looks like they figure something out, the students do something else.
AI.
So it's like, how do you fix a problem that AI is so advanced?
Probably by running it through a machine and letting AI tell if AI
made it. Hey, that could be an AI detective.
Yeah, because AI could know if AI write it.
But what if the student is just that good at writing?
This is the thing.
See, that's where the fine line is, because you don't
problem.
know if they just actually that good. I mean,
No, it's not.
think about it. How much?
You can just compare it to his last work.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. How much students you have that's like super gifted in diction, like just not pronunciations, but the way how they write it, like in paragraph, everything is perfect.
I teach in a master's class, so
Yeah.
my students are
This is
definitely
true.
on a high level of
This is true. This is
intelligence.
true.
Like
You just never
it's
know.
very rare that I get a student that is, their intelligence level is. Even the ones from other countries come in and their level of intelligence is already
high.
on a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
other level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's in my courses, I get a lot of those. So some of them will write on that level. You know what I mean? And others, they understand on that level, but they just don't write on that level. And that's where it's hard to tell if it's literally just their intelligence or if it's them using AI because it looks like something they would write anyway.
So
Yeah.
you think
I mean?
AI will replace teachers as well?
It could.
It damn could.
It could.
It
Damn,
really could.
that's crazy. That's a
could.
deeper thinking when AIs take over to the point
Yeah.
where they now teaching students instead of actual physical humans.
Yeah.
Because
We don't need humans anyway.
you say what?
We don't need humans to teach.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, we don't need human, but what I mean is, the traditional way where you go to school, you have
Yeah.
public schools, and
Yeah.
so in the public, it gets so affordable to the masses that they could bring AI into public school rooms.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? So instead of the teacher, because if you look at it, like schools in high risk area, where the teachers is at risk, you know what I mean, and putting their life in danger, they could put the AI in there, you know what I mean. The students still come, still have that public, environment, still interacting with the students in person.
But would they pay attention?
Oh, they will.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
that's the
some
next thing.
automated turrets.
Yeah. As soon as they,
You're
as soon
not
as they
paying
stop
attention.
messing up, like on that.
You want to shock them?
No, not shock them. Shoot
They
them.
gonna
Hey,
shock
this man say
I mean,
pull off the turret.
the benefit I see is like you won't hear no more stories of teachers fucking students or anything like that.
Yeah, I
or
mean, yeah.
You won't hear no.
You
You won't hear no, you won't hear a student trying to fill on the AI. Or, you're not hearing that. So that's gonna
then
stop.
you get them baby kids come in and destroy the AI.
Oh, then yeah. I mean, if you're putting this out of the
They
hood, like,
come in
I
and
wouldn't
break
put it
it
in
out.
like Chicago
They
and nothing
destroy
like
them
that.
things.
Yes, we're gonna do
Hey.
test runs in there.
All I'm
It's-
saying is, if I see a report that say student AI sleeps
Yeah.
with student, I done. I
I don't see it going there. But
Yo, I had the movie. What is it? Hurt? No.
I think AI.
It hurt, right?
No, she.
She. Or something like
Is
that.
it her or is it she?
Or something like that.
I
Joaquin
don't know,
Phoenix.
bro. That was one of the craziest movies I ever seen.
It was an AI that was
The guy, he created the AI and they
Yeah.
fell in love.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he created it, but they fell in love.
He fell in love with his phone. No, it was AI.
It was something AI.
But
yeah.
I think and then the AI got jealous when he got that girl. And
Wow.
yeah, shit went
Yeah,
crazy.
So
Yeah,
possibilities,
say,
you know.
I see it as AI is going to be very beneficial for the intelligent person, and very detrimental, like harmful to those that don't think on a strong level, and simply because it makes their life easier, they're just going to go with the easiness. You know what I mean? So it's gonna separate. It's gonna cause a gap between the intelligence and the non-intelligent, I believe, over time.
Oh, Wally
Yeah.
told us already.
But let me expand on that.
Terminator
So
1 through 6.
as we're sitting here and we're talking about, advanced technology and AI, we do want to plant some seeds because as you can see, like this industry, this market is growing and there's so many opportunities, especially for young people to get involved. So if you're interested in joining, the tech industry,
Please
there's
do.
some jobs right now that I looked up that are currly in demand.
It's gonna be the biggest sector.
So let me finish, please.
It's the biggest. It's
Can
gonna
I
be the biggest.
can I
I'm
finish?
I'm just adding to it.
So IT managers, information technology services. So just about every job that I've seen, has an IT department. And I read that from 2022 through 2032, 86,000 new IT manager jobs are expected to be created. And that's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And this is largely due to increases in digital transformations across all industries and the need for employees who can help organize and manage their use of technology. So the median salary for these jobs is around $170K a year. Machine learning engineers or AI engineers, to my understanding, this is a position that helps to integrate AI into companies, and these individuals help to streamline AI across time-consuming tasks. So machine learning engineers was ranked as one of the fastest growing jobs in the U.S. according to LinkedIn Jobs on the Rise 2024. Yeah, that's exactly. So these skills are specific and they're in demand across multiple industries, including computer software, gaming software, IT, and transportation. Excuse me. And the median salary for these type of jobs is starting at about $160K a year. And there are many more openings in demand. There was like this top 9 list I was looking at, like software developers, computer network architects, development operation engineers. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, there is so much possibility, for the future, especially for young people of all walks of life to get involved in it, go in this direction. So some schools that to consider that have the higher education that are leaders in this field, are Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Massachusetts Institute of Technology at Cambridge, University of California, Berkeley, Stanford, and then Georgia Institute of Technology. So this is your seed today. If you know a young person or even an old person, or somebody that's a younger sibling or cousin that doesn't have an actual focused direction of where they want to go. AI technology, advanced technology is a great field to pursue. And you see these jobs are starting. This is the median start, at 160, 170K jobs, and it's only going to grow as AI expands. So, like I told my family, don't be left behind. Let's not get left behind, and especially steer our the them to the, the AI technology.
See what you do, Allen Iverson? You start all of this, B.
Yeah, and
That
I'm
was the
sorry, I
first
didn't
issue.
mean to
No,
say
no,
it like
no,
that.
keep going.
I kind of barked at you.
No, no, it's fine.
I don't want to
No,
lose
keep
my
going, keep
talking
going.
point.
That's it. Allen Iverson started. He was the first AI.
He was the first AI.
Yeah. That's why I always make sure I have the special edition Iversons, keep them nice and clean, brush them down every time.
That's the reason why.
That's the reason why.
There's no other reason.
There's no other reason besides me keeping my shoes clean.
There we go.
But this has definitely been a great episode, man. And this is a time where we wind down. We do our spotlight shout out, to the people we see doing great things in the community and around the world, using their gifts and talents. Today, I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea whose turn it is.
Hey, I lost count of who
I thought it was Henny or Rob. If you
I
guys
know we should shout out though.
Yeah.
Gene.
Yes, sir. I was
Shout
just
out
about to say
Gene.
that. Shout out Gene
Yeah.
Culver, He's the CEO of the Music Placement Sync Conference and the Hitmakers Conference as well. He's been putting it down, helping, many artists around the world sync their music with movies, with commercials, with all kind of things, helping them, get the paperwork in order. You know what I mean? So he's a good person to kind of spearhead your vision if you are an up-and-coming music artist, or you just want to be, even in film. He could even link the directors to the artists. So he's kind of like that guy that you would want to take it to. And, he does an amazing event. The Music Placement Conference is an amazing tool for artists that I think all artists, all filmmakers should, take advantage of, because it's a harmonious relationship between them, because, filmmakers need artists to put music into their films, and they just be searching viciously for it. So they just be looking all over. That's why they have sync agents. You see
That's
what
what
I mean?
Dre's does. Now.
Dre's?
Dre's is in LA. He does.
Hey,
he does
that's
placements.
my guy.
Hey, he's got placements and all kind of stuff, But
That's
hey,
dope.
not to take away from, shout out to Gene.
Yeah, Gene Culver.
Gene
man.
Culver. Gene
That's
Culver.
it.
Culver, right?
Culver.
Culver, yeah.
And
Gene
then-
Culver. Big ups, man. Big ups.
And to add to that, man, shout out to Nisi D, DJ Nisi D, who was our last guest on the show. She came here, dropped a lot of knowledge on us, a lot of wisdom, and we really appreciate her presence. And we're going to keep bringing you great guests. We hope that you keep tuning in, and like we always do, we end with the jewel of the day. So I know most of us are familiar with the term, with great power comes great responsibility. And that's from Marvel, Spider-Man comics. But I'd caution you to also remember that with freedom comes great responsibility. When you're working from home like I do, or being a single parent, running your own business, managing your own finances, no one is creating your tasks for you. No one's looking over your shoulder, or in some cases even checking your work. So it's on you to make the progress forward and get the job done. Eleanor Roosevelt said it well. Freedom makes a huge requirement of every human being. With freedom comes responsibility. For the person who is unwilling to grow up, the person who does not want to carry their own weight, this is a frightening prospect. So in closing, friends, use your freedom wisely, but also be aware of the freedom you give others. Boundaries are only aligned when there's no depth. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.
Peace. Yes, sir.
It's that King
Confringo.
Tiana.
Don't forget to hit that bell notification. Follow we.
Yes.
Get it right when we drop. Get your money hot.
Soy.
Lumos.
Vinganza. Y soy semilla de mango.
You been watching Harry Potter lately?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You should be,
Can I get it one time?
What? That's not.
Avada Kedavra.
See, Henny will never do it when I ask, but when I'm not here, I am vengeance and I am a mango seed. I hate it.